Hello? The man says, sorry, stranger. I don't have time to chat with you. Why won't you talk to me? The man says, we're a very private community here, and we don't want trouble or interference from outside sources. Please, leave us be. Okay. Well, fine, let's talk to this lady. She says, hi, I'm Rebecca. Can we talk privately, please? What do you want to talk about? She's whispering now. My daughter's missing, and I need help finding her. I can't talk about it here, though. Can we go somewhere private? All right, let's go. She says, thanks, we can go to my tent. Okay. Rebecca says, we should be able to talk here. I have some questions for you first. What is going on around here? Rebecca says, we call this place the Squat because it was settled by the homeless of many cities. It's not much, but it's all we have. To the west is a city called the NCR. They've known about us for quite some time and never offered us any kind of help or hindrance. Now they're suddenly claiming this area as their ancestral home and they want it back. She says they keep sending people here to try and talk us out of our home, but they don't understand that we have nowhere else to go, and we don't have the skills necessary to survive on our own if we leave here. What is it here that they want so badly? She says, well, there's a vault here. I think it's number 15. They want to loot it for any of the old technology that may still be there. Got it. She says, what else you want to know? Who is in charge around here? She replies, that would be Zeke. He runs everything up here. You can find him in the building over there, points northeast. Thank you. I need to ask more questions. Let's just move to progress the what she needs of me. She says, I have a daughter named Chrissy who's a bit of a tomboy. She likes to run around, explore, and pretty much stick her nose into things. Chrissy's a good kid, though. She doesn't cause trouble. She's always home on time, and she's shown herself to be a very responsible young lady. I let her do as she pleases most of the time. Last week, Chrissy didn't come home. I've asked around, and nobody's seen or heard from her. I tried to find her myself, but Zeke, he's sort of the mayor here, stopped me. He said it wasn't safe for me to go looking out on my own. He'd have some of his men do it. They couldn't find her either, and said that maybe the slavers got her. She continues, I can't explain why, but I don't believe the slavers took her. I have an uneasy feeling that something else is going on, and then there's this feeling that I'm being followed. I've had it ever since I talked to Zeke about Chrissy. I need someone to help me find my daughter. Will you help me, please? All right, Rebecca, I'll try to help you. She says, thank you so much. I'll never be able to repay you for this. I'll wait here until you bring... Hey, there was someone outside listening to us. I saw their shadow in the tent wall. They just ran off that way, points northeast. They must have heard everything. All right, I'll try and stop them. Was it this person right here? This one? She says, hi, I'm Dahlia. What can I help you with? Did you see someone go by here in a hurry? She says, I see people come by here every day. I really don't pay much attention to them. Look, a young girl's life is at stake here, the daughter of a worried mother. Can you please help me out? Dahlia says, I don't give a rat's butt. I'm sorry. I'm just a gun who was hired to stand guard on this trail. Other than that, I don't know what's going on around here. I had a daughter once, though, and yeah, some guy went by here. Let him through because he knew the proper sign, just like the sign you gave me. Go on. I'm out of here. Thanks. I won't forget this, Dahlia. Okay. I think that person reappears somewhere else. So let's go up here and see what all the hubbub's about. Okay. So we've got a shack over here. A wonderfully bordered screen. You're probably not going to see that, but I will. Let's approach this guard. Okay. He says, I should shoot you dead, but I'm kind of curious about what you could possibly have to say to me. I'm missing a girl who go somewhere around here. I'm feigning low intelligence. He says, you mean the one locked up in the back we've been having fun with? No, I haven't seen her. Hand over the girl, and we can all leave you alive. He says, why the heck should I do that? Because I'm the worst thing you could ever fear happening to you. Hand her over or feel the pain. He says, that sounds like a challenge. I'll take it. Well, wrong move on your part, Mr. Guard. Oh, and you have a knife? A knife. All right. Groin. And groin again. Well, there goes my brass balls. You're done for, bud. Not sorry. Oh, you just shot Marcus for 64 hit points. Oh, he just shot me and Sulik. Oh, this is going swimmingly. Okay, so it was a nice little burst chain that just happened. Cassidy burst Marcus. Marcus burst me and Sulik. So we're all pretty much injured except for Cassidy, who was in the back. Wonderful. What a great start. And I'll punch this lady in the groin too. All-inclusive groin punching is what I'm about. Everyone gets a punch in the groin. Carla was critically hit in the left arm. Ooh! That was Cassidy. So the advantage of turning up the game difficulty, you recall at the very beginning, I set the combat difficulty to rough. This just means that enemies are going to take aimed shots on you a lot more, or aimed shots in general a lot more. But this also will apply to your companions. Your companions will also take more aimed shots. At least that's what I kind of gather from Cassidy here, taking a shot at Carla's left arm. And crippling it, making her basically useless with a gun. We just hit level 15. Oh my goodness. It's about to get real. And we just got a sniper rifle for Cassidy. Oh man. Everything's going just great and dandy. So first we're gonna give that sniper rifle to Cassidy. I want to hold on. I want to double check and see what kind of damage it does. 14 to 34. I think I do want him to be set up with a sniper rifle for a good while. That'll hold Cassidy until probably. Let's set him up with the actual rifle in hand too. There we go. He knows what's up. He knows what he's supposed to be doing. Until we get the Gauss rifle, I think, because Gauss rifle is ballistic in this one. So that's cool. There's plenty of energy weapons and also an extremely high-powered ballistic weapon. I don't need to equip that key. I can just do this. I can just do this. This key is to this door. Open said door. Haha! I've come to save you. Well, we found Chrissy, and I'm gonna have to alter the dialogue a little bit here. She's probably shouting this. If you're here to try to take advantage of me, you're going to be wearing your balls as a bow tie. Got it? I'd like to know who you are and what is going on here. She says, in a nutshell, my name's Chrissy, and I'm from the squat. I was out exploring last week when I found that entrance out here. I thought it might be an abandoned mine or something, so I decided to check it out. Well, it's not a mine. It's a secret entrance to Vault 15. The vault is being used as a base for a band of raiders called the Cons. Hey, the Cons. Interesting. They caught me snooping around, and their leader, Darian, had me locked up in here. She goes on to say, the people of the squat are protecting these guys by helping them keep the vault a secret, but they don't know what's really going on in there. Darian told us that the vault was being repaired so we could have a safe place to live with lots of food and water, but that's all a lie. I've been in there and looked around. The vault is dead, and the food and water machines don't work. Our food and water's been coming from the spoils of raids against the caravans. Look, I've got to go home and warn everyone about what's really going on here. We can't help these monsters. Will you take me home? All right, I'll take you home. Chrissy says, really awesome. Let's go. Really awesome. Let's go. That was different tonally. I said it wrong in my brain. That's fine. We'll wait to level up until we get all this resolved. Dude, you gotta stop falling over like that. I hate it when that happens. Me too, man. Me too. Just falling over spontaneously. It is kind of the worst. I'm gonna store this extra weaponry here. Now we'll go back up to speak with Rebecca first, so she can give us a proper thank you. Hey, Rebecca. She says, you saved my daughter. I can never repay you for your kindness. Thank you. Please wait here. I needed to talk to Chrissy, and then I'd like to talk to you. She says, my daughter has told me everything. I find it hard to believe that Darian is such a monster after all he's been doing for us. And to think, we've been helping him hide his operations as a raider. I can guarantee you, we won't stand for it any longer. I've already talked to Zeke, and he wants to see you. You should go see him now. Thanks. Okay. I'm about to get a whole bunch of experience as we're going through this process. But here's the thing. I didn't check I said I was going to, but I didn't check my charisma, or my karma. Sorry, my karma after doing the assassination thing with the hebologist. So whoopsie. We're gonna level up since I went there anyway. Yes. Upon reaching level 15, we can now get bonus hand-to-hand attacks. This reduces all of my unarmed strikes by 1 AP. Or reduces the cost of all my unarmed strikes by 1 AP. My goodness, I can't say things, but I just said things. So now, aimed shots with a power fist punch are 3, and regular punches are 2. If I decide to regular punch someone, I can do it 5 times if they're in range. And that is outrageous. This will benefit us when we decide to become a prize fighter in the boxing ring in New Reno. I was waiting for this and I'm very excited. Okay, let's talk to Zeke, the mayor of the squatters. He says, Rebecca has told me what you did for her. I want to apologize for the treatment you received here. You certainly didn't deserve it. What can I do for you? I've got some questions for you. Do you work for Darien? He says, yes, I do. I act as the middleman between him and the people up here. I'm not very happy about the fact, now that I know what he's up to. I see. Where's the vault entrance? He says, it's behind the door over there, but it's locked from the other side and trapped too. I don't have any means of opening it. Wait a minute. I found this key card some time ago, and I have no idea what it's for. Rebecca says that you found some sort of door where they were holding Chrissy. Maybe this card will open it. Here, take it. Thanks, Zeke. I'll give it a try. Is there anything else going on around here? He says, there's a city west of NCR that claim Vault 15 is their ancestral home and they want it back. They've been sending people here to try to talk us into leaving, but we aren't going for it. This is the only home we know. Would you consider making a deal with the NCR? He says, well, that all depends. What do you have in mind? Join the NCR, let them annex your territory, and give them access to the vault. In return, they can teach you all the skills you need to survive on your own and offer you their protection. Zeke says, not bad. I like it. You got yourself a deal if you could get the NCR to agree to it as well. But, look, someone has to take care of Darien and his cronies. It should be done now before they realize what happened and have time to prepare for an attack. Why not get this over with and take Darien out now? You have the element of surprise on your side. Yep, I guess it has to be done. He says, excellent, good luck to you, and thank you. Okay, I guess that's it. Cool. I guess we're gonna have to go into Vault 15 and deal with the Darien and his quote-unquote cronies. Before we do that, though, we're gonna rest. Definitely need it. That took about a day and a half or 2. But we're all fully healed up. We're ready to approach the vault. Use the red key card. Go down into the vault. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Marcus is in the way for the initial dialogue thing, I think. I'm using all the save slots now. So if I approach here... Nope, she's not saying a thing. If I push Marcus out of the way... Nope. Okay, so they might just ignore me if I don't talk to them. I do have a decent speech skill, though, too. So if they do talk to me... Oh, I forgot the doctor's down here. I didn't have to... Well, if I get injured, I can come back down and get healed from the doctor in here, because he's a prisoner. But he's not particularly interesting, so we're just going to keep going here. I believe there's stuff here to do. Can we repair this generator? Generator seems to be in an emergency standby mode. The power output is minimal. Repair? You can't seem to find anything wrong. It just doesn't work. I think I'm gonna try with the tool as well. Grab the tool from Mr. Tool over here. Thank you, Sulik. I appreciate it. I shouldn't be so mean to him. High five, Sulik. I feel bad. Can't seem to figure out anything wrong. Okay. I think this particular generator is just kind of toast. That's okay. Take the tool back, Sulik. I'm sure we'll use it later. And please don't stand in my way. I think the only thing lootable in here is in this room. So let's go through this desk here. Ooh! It's our old pal, the 223 pistol. And a scout handbook and a cat's paw magazine. What's in this wall locker here? These are sneaky, these wall lockers here. They blend in really well with the surroundings. So keep in mind if you're going through like a vault or metal walled location in any ruins in the classic Fallout games, that these wall lockers are sneaky. Oh, combat armor. Oh, heck yeah, dude. Yeah. So the robes are exactly the same as combat armor. So I'm gonna put, I do look cooler with the combat armor on, don't I? I think I do. And I stand out a bit better too. So I'm gonna hold on the combat armor. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna give Sulik the robes and get him to equip those. Give me this, thank you. I'll put this on Cassidy. So much management, dude. So much. Metal armor Mark II. We're all set. We are all set. Good job. Good job, team. Way to put on that armor. In the privacy of someone else's room who we stole from. Very well done. What the heck is your problem with rats? There's so much dialogue going on with these guards, too. Okay. I have a little bit more to search here. Some of this is actually hilarious. But let's access these lockers really quick. Okay, Super Stim Pack and Vault 15 computer parts. I don't remember what the computer parts are for. And there's a 10 mil SMG. Probably not even worth picking up. Not worth its weight in money because I have a whole lot of goodies to use. So we'll go over here. So I think this terminal is the one that has the Vault 13 location. So let's tinker with it really quick. You access the computer and quickly scan all available files. You find the location of Vault 13 and copy it to your Pip-Boy. Ladies and gentlemen, we found it. We found Vault 13. It's funny that I don't get any experience for that. Uh-oh. The guard says, "What the? I don't think I know you. Who the heck are you?" "My name's, Pat. I'm new here." He says, "Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't recognize you at first. Go on about your business." Yes, speech skill. What's my speech skill? 101. I should be good speech-wise. Nearly the whole time. So, guess who's in this room? This man here. I'm pretty sure I turned up the gamma in post, just so you guys can see better, because it's very dark in this area and it doesn't get any brighter. But let's put the grenade on, just in case, and fight Darian with our new perk, bonus hand-to-hand attacks. This ought to be great. Let me get my gentleman in here, though. Come on, gentlemen. Gentle fellows. That's right. We're gonna close this door here. Do a quick save, because I can get bursted to death. Like one-shot burst. Because Darian has a flamer, I believe. Darian says, "So here you are at last, the savior of the downtrodden, the righter of wrongs, the icon of hope for humanity. What a dumb butt. Well, before you start any boring speeches, I'd just like to say that I'm not frickin' interested. Let's just cut to the chase and get this over with. Bad dog, kill!" So he starts combat immediately. No villain monologue or anything like that. Which is something I can appreciate. Something I don't appreciate is most of my health disappearing with one flamer blast. He just hit me for 83 hit points. Special thanks to my Wasteland legends, Sven and David Hoover, and thanks to the rest of my patrons on screen now. You can catch future episodes of this playthrough on Wednesdays and Fridays, noon and 10 a.m. Pacific. Thanks for watching. I'm Caedo Genesis, and may you wander the wasteland like you own it.